crap week at work. So luckily I've got a few days off. Now when I was at work the other day, one of my work colleagues, he actually texted me and he goes, "You like records, don't you, Dave?" I goes, "Well, yeah, just a bit." He says, "I've got a couple of like Beatles or Beatles related ones and you can have them." So I says, "Well, how much do you want for them?" He goes, "No, you can have them." So he brought them into me and I was actually quite surprised. The first one, so thank you, Simon. By the way, Simon, that was the work colleague who kindly gave me these records. The first one probably isn't of much interest to most of you out there, but to be honest, it is a good little album. I have featured a song off this on a couple of my little shorts that I've started to do, and it's Beatles music by the Session Men. I think this was from around 1970, and it's basically like an orchestra doing it. So there's no vocals on it, but some cracking songs on it and some cracking versions of the Beatles songs on it. So you get 16 songs on this. So it was good value for the money at the time. So side one, you get A Hard Day's Night, followed by Help, When I'm 64. Baby You're a Rich Man is absolutely fantastic on here. Yesterday, Strawberry Fields Forever, again, is a fantastic version. She's Leaving Home and She Loves You. Side 2, Yellow Submarine, All You Need Is Love, Ticket to Ride, Michelle. Norwegian Wood, quite a good version. Eleanor Rigby, Nowhere Man, a good version. And Can't Buy Me Love. It's on, what is it on? Something to do with World Records. It's actually on World Records, which later became part of EMI, or EMI brought them out. So I'll show you the labels, because I know some of you like these sort of things. So it's just called Beatles Music by the Session Men. And it's got to be pre-1969 because it's still got sold in the UK subject to resale price conditions just at the top there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. And that is side 2. Very, very nice, clean record. Simon did say that they'd been in a loft or somewhere, so although this one was actually quite clean, I've cleaned it today, played it, and I put it in a new anti-static sleeve. Don't think I'd ever heard of this one before, to be honest, but I'm starting to get quite a collection of like weird Beatle music sort of like albums. So yeah, pleased to have it. And when somebody gives you something for nothing out of the blue, it's always quite nice anyway, isn't it? So once again, thank you, Simon, for that one. Then he also gave me Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Now you might be saying, fucking hell, Dave, that's all you need, another version of that. But to be honest, I did actually need this one. I've got lots and lots of versions of this. I've got original 60s pressings in mono. I've got original 60s pressings, late 60s pressings in stereo. But I hadn't actually got a yellow and black stereo pressing, believe it or not. So I was actually quite flabbergasted to get this. The cover's not in the best of condition, to be honest. It's like splitting the seam there. But for saying it's virtually as old as me, it's not in too bad a condition, really. And it's a gatefold. Now, the strange thing about this is that there. It has been stuck on. Don't get me wrong, it has been stuck on. But where have they got that from? Or was that in the original cutouts? Was one of the cutouts that I don't know? And it has got a name there and a name there. It is the flip back. And it's not in a patterns pending sleeve or anything like that. Now, unfortunately, this didn't have the cutouts with it. Which, to be fair, doesn't really matter, does it? Again, I've cleaned it this afternoon. Put it in a new anti-static polyline sleeve, as you always should do. If you ever go to clean records, this is a tip for you. Make sure you've got some new sleeves to put the record into, because it's a waste of time cleaning the record and then putting it back into a dirty sleeve. So always make sure you've got some decent record sleeves to put them in the sleeves to put them back into. They don't cost a hell of a lot of money, to be honest. Usually, I mean, I usually buy them in like 100 or 150 at a time, and they last for a good while. So this is the stereo, like I say, stereo version, which I hadn't got on the yellow and black Parlophone label, believe it or not. I thought I had, but then I looked and I thought, no, I haven't. Or have I? I think I've got one. Thinking about it, I have got one, but it hasn't got the sold yellow and black Parlophone, but it hasn't got the sold in the UK text on it. So that's side one. And then this is side two. To be honest, this has actually come up quite nice. It was mainly dusty more than anything. There's some marks on it. There's a scratch there for a start, but it's non-feelable. Just basically, from where it's been pulled in and out of the original sleeve, in a sleeve, which is another reason why, another tip, you've got to buy some inner sleeves. Whether you've got 10 records or 20 records or 1,000 records, get some polylined anti-static sleeves, because it's easy to get the record in and out, and it doesn't do as much damage as just an ordinary paper sleeve, which is a bit strange really when you think paper makes static anyway, doesn't it? So while we used to get paper sleeves and LPs and stuff, I will never ever know. So yeah, brilliant. Very, very happy to have this. I did play, I've sort of like play tested it, but not all the way through. Yes, there's a little bit of background noise in places, but it is very, very minor. And if this was in better nick, it'd be worth quite a bit more. And it is a first person, because it's YEX 637/1. But like I say, apart from the cover being a bit iffy, it's not iffy, is it? It's vintage. I'm quite happy to have that. Brilliant. And then yesterday, just before, while I was at work doing my stupid 12-hour shifts that I really, 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 really love doing, the postman came and he bought me a record I've been after for a while. Usually it goes for quite a bit of money. I've never really understood why, but I do, if that makes sense. And it's an album by Mike McGeer. In other words, Mike McCartney, Michael McCartney, who is Paul McCartney's brother, who was in a band in the 60s called The Scaffold, but this is like his first solo album on his own, simply called McGeer, although it's not really a solo album, because technically this is a Wings album. Paul produces it. Wings play on it. So it's from 1974 and it's on Warner Brothers. Side one kicks off with Sea Breeze, which was written by Brian Ferry. Then you've got What Do We Really Know, which was written by Paul McCartney. Then you've got Norton, which was written by McCartney and McGeer. Then you've got Leave It, which was written by Paul McCartney. And then you've got Have You Got Problems, written by Paul McCartney and Mike McGeer. Side two, The Casket, This is with my glasses on. That's written by McCartney and McGuff. Now, McGuff is Roger McGuff, who was also in The Scaffold. Then you've got Rainbow Lady, McCartney McGear. Simply Love You, McCartney McGear. Giving Grease a Ride, McCartney McGear. The Man Who Found God on the Moon, McCartney McGear. It was recorded at Strawberry Studios, Stockport. And it says Paul, producer, Linda Moog and vocal harmonies. Denny Lane, guitar and vocal harmonies. Jimmy McGuff, guitar. Jerry Conway, drums. Brian Jones, sax. That isn't Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones, because he passed away by now. I think that's Brian Jones, who was a member of the Liverpool band The Undertakers, if I've got my facts right. So yeah, it's basically a Wings album in all but name, isn't it? You do get a gatefold as well. This is like a takeoff of Gulliver's Travels, isn't it? If you know what that film or that book is. And then I like this because when you open this up, it's actually Mike McGear, or Michael McCartney as Gulliver, sat on the banks of the River Mersey. Don't think it was a huge seller when it was released. I haven't played it yet, so like I say, I've just cleaned it this afternoon, and I'm going to play it when I've done this video. You do get a lyric sheet with it. Well, I say lyric sheet, that's the original record in a sleeve, again, which does more damage than anything else. This has actually come up quite nice because it's very, very dusty. So that is side one. And then this is side two. I've heard nice reviews about this album, by the way. Like I say, I haven't played it, so until I've played it, I can't really give you a review of it. But judging on what other people have said, it basically is just a Wings album in all but name. That's no disrespect to Mike McGear. And if you look there, that's Paul. That's Paul McCartney there, look. So like I say, I will be playing this in a bit. Probably listen to it with a beer. And then I'll tell you what it's like. This is one I got off the internet. The only thing wrong with it is there's a mark there where, just there. But I don't know if they've had a sticker on it. They've tried to get it off or not, because there's a sticker mark there as well. There's a sticker mark on the back. But the bloke wanted something like 25 quid for this, or nearest offer. So Beatle Dave being Beatle Dave, because I've noticed it'd been on eBay for a while. Just made a dead cheeky bid of £7.50 and got it. Now on eBay, these do usually go for around the £20 mark. And that's been cleaned. It's probably just as good as them as well. So that's going to be it for this little video. Hope you've enjoyed it. As always, whatever you're doing, please stay safe out there. And if you've just come across this little video, I've done another video today, which went on for longer than I thought it was going to. I did enjoy doing it, to be honest. And it's 12 records in your collection that you think other people should have some of those in their collection. It was very, very hard just to narrow it down to 12, to be honest. Well, it was 13 because there was a bonus one in it as well, like a guilty pleasure thing. So check that one out. See if you enjoy it. I hope you do. I hope you've enjoyed this one. As always, love your records, cherish your records, clean your records, and don't forget, if you're cleaning them, put them into new anti-static sleeves afterwards. Otherwise, it's waste time cleaning them. And above all, play records, which is what I'm going to be doing. When I switch this off, I'll be playing this to see what it sounds like. And I'm hoping I'm going to be surprised. I don't think I will, because I think I know what I'm expecting it to sound like anyway. So, like I say, as always, thank you to everybody that is liking my videos, leaving me comments. I do always try and acknowledge your comments. I don't always have the time to answer everyone, but I will at least leave you a thumbs up or a heart, just so that you know I've read it. Because of my stupid work patterns, I cannot answer every comment that I get, but I do acknowledge it all and do look at them all. And like I say, if you just come across this video and you like it and you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing, because it is free. It doesn't cost you a penny, even though it is only an old geezer, old man, you know, talking about his records he's had for years, records he's still finding or being given, or getting off the internet. You know, stories. We do also do feature on other artists as well. So if you think it's, you know, this is the sort of thing you want to get into, please check us out. And if you like it, you know, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification button, which is down here somewhere as well. And you know, that's about it. So like I say, thank you to everybody that has been supporting me and is continuing to support me. And stay tuned over the next few days, because I should imagine there's going to be a hell of a lot more videos. So until the next time, it's Beatle Dave wishing you all peace, love and happiness. Remember, you are the beat in Beatle Dave, and I love you all.